Right, and welcome back one and all to a Zoom session. We've had, 3 live face-to-face weeks down at Tea Newydd. I've just had a message from Irene saying, how did it go? It went very well, thank you, Irene. In fact, we probably had more people now than we had pre-Zoom, I would think, 2 or 3 more. And yeah, it went well, and it was nice to sort of join in at choruses or chori, whatever it is. And yeah, we've enjoyed the live sessions, and we had a live session at Dragon's Breath this week, which was equally good. Well, not equally good, because it's never going to be as good as real, but...
Shut up. It was marvellous. And it was wonderful to have you guys with us as well. So there you go. Bit of butter on it. Off you go, John.
Right, shut him up. Okay, so we've got lots and lots of old faces. It's lovely to see everybody. It really is. I've got a bit of a grunwheel in the throat tonight, so I might be coughing up a little bit. So we'll start off with one that Leslie said, oh, you haven't done this for ages. And I said, oh, I will do this to annoy Susan and Brian, because it's a Jeslo song. So it's a little story about, I'm not sure where he was. It was, I think it was a seaside place, might have been Brighton or something. And he was looking out of his window, and it was just a little scene that happened with a couple of winos and a couple of other people. So, yeah, here we go. There's a man down there and he's sleeping. It looks like he hasn't a care. And the woman beside him is weeping, talking to somebody not there. They both got their best winter coats on, all patches and tied up with twine. He's cuddling a bottle of cider, she's caressing a bottle of wine. Ah, but one man bound is another man free. It's the likes of you, the likes of me. There's a man down there in a Crombie, with a high-haired blonde at his side. How she walks on them heels is beyond me. He smokes his cigar with his pride. The car's parked a block and a half back. They weren't too keen on the stroll. Time was they'd have their own place marked. Somebody's head's gonna roll. Ah, but one man bound is another man free. It's the likes of you, the likes of me. Now the man down there in the Crombie, with a high-haired blonde on her heels, has found someone asleep on his doorstep, someone talking in riddles and reels. The look on his face is a picture, the fire in his eyes is a crime. The old woman stops with her talking and offers him a drink of her wine. Ah, but one man bound is another man free. It's the likes of you, the likes of me. Now there's a man down there, he's a lawman. He gives them both a feel of his glove. The old man thinks he's having a nightmare. The woman screams of mercy and love. He's lucky to have him to lean on. He's lucky the law let him go. They're lucky to live in this country. Just how lucky they'll never know. Ah, but one man bound is another man free. It's the likes of you, the likes of me. There's a man up here and I'm thinking, I've watched them all come, I've watched them go. The man and the blonde to the bedroom, the other two off in the snow. Nobody asked where they went to, nobody wasted their time. It seems it was nobody's business, it seems it's not even mine.
Yeah, lovely, John.
Right, there we all are.
I wonder how many folk clubs get through a whole evening without a Jez Lowe song. It must be very few.
The number must be very low.
Oh.
You think you
Welcome
could
back.
turn your mic completely off, David?
Oh.
Oh, very good.
He's back on form. He's back on form.
I must just share with you, I went out and bought some zero alcohol cider. Readiness in readiness for driving to Reel this evening. I completely forgot that I would be at home and therefore it didn't need to be low alcohol. But never mind, it'll be pleasant.
Well, what are you drinking it for tonight? Why don't
Yeah,
you
save
save
it.
it for next week?
I bought quite a bit of it.
I bought some dandelion and burdock.
I got water.
Yeah, there we are. Oh.
Only 9 days to go, John.
Yeah.
Oh, those two are doing Sober October for those that don't know.
Yeah, and we still donate. I think I've got to about 180 quid. John's got his target so far.
Oh, but they are. If you look for Alan Manouche, you can see the spelling there. Alan Manouche.
On my
You can
Facebook
find him on
page,
Facebook. Yeah.
donate. All, it's for a good cause.
Give
Isn't
me
it?
anything, I've done mine, but give it all
Yeah.
to Alan.
Macmillan Nurses, lovely.
Does that
But
pay?
we have a new pedant taking over from our pedant in the club, Adrian West. Paul has corrected me. The plural of chorus must be chora, being Greek, not Latin. Well, I stand corrected in my orthopedic shoes. Thank you.
Paul's beard looks more Greek than Roman, actually, doesn't it? Yeah.
Alan.
Yeah, I forgot what I'm doing. Right. I'd just be a miserable song. This is a song by Richard Shindell. I'm using the baritone guitar. There's two theories about the song. One, it's about an old person living in a nursing home and going outside and exploring. And one is that he's thinking about death, or his death. It's called Beyond the Iron Gate. First warm day in all these months. All the sunshine made me drunk. Made me feel like I could run. Made me feel like I was young. I went out all on my own. I told no one where I've gone. Anyway, I did not know. I only know I had to go. Out beyond the iron gate. Out there where you said you'd wait. I've got used to living here. Call it habit, call it fear. I have glanced your way for years, till today I've never dared. But it was easy slipping through, easy as the morning dew that lingers in the afternoon and rises up into the blue. Out beyond the iron gate, out there where you you'd wait. I hear voices all around. Someone lifted up the shroud. Now my children gather round, and I must tell them what I found. Out beyond the iron gate, out there where you said you'd wait, out beyond the iron gate, out there where you said you'd wait, said you'd wait, said you'd wait.
Lovely.
Lovely, Alan.
Really lovely song.
Shindell. You make your mind up which it is. An old man going out of a nursing home, or someone thinking about the future and maybe his death.
At this end, it's somebody thinking about buying a baritone guitar. Lovely sound, that is. Lovely, rich sound.
Because I listen to Paul's, it makes me want to play this more when I hear Paul play his.
Yeah, yeah.
No, when I hear Paul plays, it makes me.
Puke. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, most people have. Yeah, most people have John's reaction, not.
It makes me reach for the razor blades.
Oh, dear. Dear.
Right. Oh, Linda has joined us. She has got the ferry has landed.
There she is.
No, she isn't.
She's on the
board.
ferry. She's on board, look.
She's in the bar.
Where's your drink? Where's your drink? Come on.
Well, there you are.
Right. Well, we hope you can actually join us properly later, Linda, and we'll find you a slot. Don't worry. If I'm stuck for space, I'll stick you instead of Paul. No, we'll finish. We're going to finish late tonight, so you'll get some sandwiches in. I am not cutting off early. We'll just go on till we've got round a second time. So yeah, we know that Mike and Helen have lots of provisions in. They're always stuffing the face by about 9:30. So right, is Jack doing anything tonight, Gwen?
No, he's not. He's a bit upset because he hasn't prepared anything. But he's promised for the next Zoom session. He's going to do some stuff, and I'll try and get Aidan in on the thing as well. I'll do the song first, Alan. Where's Alan on this thing?
All right, I was just about to
and you'll notice, Alan, this will bring back memories for you.
Well, I will fix it one of these days.
Oh no, don't touch it. I've got it working at last.
Oh yeah.
Well, not the sound, not the electronics. No, not the electronics.
Don't give it to a piano tuner, for God's sake.
Oh, you got to buy a battery once in a while. That's the only advice I would give you.
Yeah, well, I figured out that these 6 silver things across this is what make it work.
Oh yeah.
I've been hustled into doing this song in a sense because it's an October song. And I was going to be doing it in the club next week, but I can't come to the club next week because my daughter has summoned me to do something in her garden. But there we are. And it's also
You can easily dig a hole and bury that.
So there we go.
Alan's dog's good at that.
Nothing to do with the roses, I suppose.
Yeah, you can easily just dig a hole and bury that. It doesn't take
The
5
number of times I've heard he's done it in the garden. Off you go.
We'll dedicate this to the Durno, who is through his ordeal, I believe, and is getting better. He looked quite impressive in the picture on the Friends. And Dave Costello as well. This will do for Dave. It's for you, Dave. So concentrate now. I'll sing you this October song. There's no song before it. The words are not my own. sorrow bore it. Beside the sea, the brambly briars in the still of evening. The birds fly out behind the sun, and with them I'll believe in. The fallen leaves, the jeweled ground, they know the art of dying. They leave behind their glad gold hearts in crimson shadows lying. When hunger drives my footsteps home and follows after, I swim the sea inside my mind, and pine trees laugh green laughter. I used to search for happiness, I used to follow pleasure, but found a door inside my mind, and that's the greatest treasure. For rulers like to lay down laws, and rebels like to break 'em, and poor priests like to walk in chain, and God likes to forsake 'em. I met a man whose name was Time. He said, I must be going, but just how long ago that was, I have no way of knowing. Sometimes I want to murder time, but when my heart is breaking, but mostly I just go along the path that he is taking. Okay.
Nice one, Gwen.
Well, technically speaking, it's way beyond my comfort zone. But the only chance you're going to get to do an October song is in October, isn't it? So there we go.
It's true. It's true. Can I pre-book January, man, please?
Yes.
Great, thanks a lot, Gwyn, and we look forward to the lads next time.
Yes, well, I'll whip them into shape. They're back on campus now, so I got access to them, and I'll knock them into shape. Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, and we'll have your poem second half then, by way of a change. We're going to be a bit quiet, maybe live next week, because John W. isn't there, and if you are not there, might have to learn.
That will be quiet then, surely.
Might have to learn an extra song. Right, Brian and Sue.
All right.
How nice to see you again.
Oh, nice to see you too. Lovely to see everybody. Thank you. It's been a long 4 weeks.
Yeah.
With me. It has.
It is.
Yeah.
This is, we haven't had a Jazz Law song for 10 minutes, so we thought it was time to do another one. And this one's actually a true story. It's called Yellow Hair, and it's about an accomplished folk singer from North Wales who made the mistake one Friday night of asking his wife up on the stage to sing. And sure enough, she loved it and wanted to steal all the limelight. He bleached her hair blonde and red lips, and sure enough, she became the folk singer in the family. and left him for another local musician. So there you go. It's definitely true. All the kids are washing fair and tucked up in their bed, but a jukebox in me head plays records every broken heart has heard before, because their mother's almost gone to spend her night in song. Red-lipped and big-haired blonde, she turns to me as she walks through the door.
I say I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Don't think that I don't care, and love me for my yellow hair.
Those curls weren't always gold, she wasn't always brash and bold. It was me, if truth be told, upon that stage while she sat mousy brown and bashful. Am I wrong to rue the night I pulled her into that smart line? Once that bug had bit its bind, she was bleached up like some barroom queen from Nashville.
I said I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Don't think that I don't care, and love me for my yellow hair.
20 years just up and flew, and the kids they all did too. I long since lost her to a bluegrass banjo playing plumbers made from Prestatyn, and I passed a pub the other day just as the band began to play. I saw gold had turned to grey, but her voice was still complete enough to hurt me.
I sang I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Don't think that I don't care, and love me for my yellow hair. I sang I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Don't think that I don't care, and love me for my yellow hair.
Very touching.
Very
Poignant.
good. Brilliant.
Poignant. And
He
lovely
was
guitar
the
work
person
too.
with the yellow hair.
Exactly.
I love that
Continue with
movie.
mine. Yeah. I'm pleased you noticed that, Alan. Yeah.
A bit of acting there.
Hey,
I must
I
say,
think you need
Brian's
your roots
guitar
doing a
playing.
bit, so-
Brian's guitar playing sounds like there's two guitars there. You've got a lovely style, Brian. I must
Yeah,
say.
agree.
No, it's all reverb.
It's a backing track.
He's got a cassette player. They used to say he's got a cassette player in there. Can you imagine?
God, that was a long time ago. then.
I'm that old. Yeah.
It's before I do the next song, I just want to thank John Shepherd because he sold me one of his old dental uniforms, and it's lovely and white, as you can see. But I had to use a few bulldog clips at the back behind the waist just so it fitted me. But apart from that, it was lovely.
I reckon they've been practicing there.
Very slim, John.
You've lost
very
weight
slim.
since you were a dentist, then.
Yeah.
No, it's funny, John. Whenever Brian wears that, our friends always say he's got his dental shirt on.
You want to get some ketchup on it?
I'll splash a bit on.
Right. So this is a song which, apologies to anybody from Dragon's Breath the other day, they're going to hear this again. This is Sand and Water by Beth Nielsen Chapman.
And it was about the death of her husband, really. And of course, she was left to bring up her son on her own. And you can tell the lyrics are really from the heart. They're really beautiful.
John Warburton said, "Oh no."
That's because he's heard it before. All alone, I didn't like the feeling. All alone, I sat and cried. All alone, I had to find some meaning in the center of the pain I felt inside. All alone, I came into this world. All alone, I will someday die. Solid stone is just sand and water, baby. Sand and water, and a million years gone by.
I will see you in the light of 1,000 suns. I will hear you in the sound of the waves. I will know you when I come, as we all will come, through the doors beyond the grave.
All alone, I heal this heart of sorrow. All alone, I raise this child. Flesh and bone, he's just bursting towards tomorrow, and his laughter fills my world. And where's your smile?
I will see you in the light of 1,000 suns. I will hear you in the sound of the waves. I will know you when I come, as we all will come, through the doors beyond the grave.
All alone, I came into this world. All alone, I will someday die. Solid stone is just
Fabulous.
I always rated John Wright's version as the
Oh, yeah.
benchmark for that.
Yeah. Does Kenny Spears know you've pinched his guitar arrangement, Brian?
I just copied straight off Beth Nielsen's
Oh,
version.
did you? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was. Well, he did too.
Not sure. Well, I didn't pinch his then.
No.
Have you
Everybody
have
borrowed
you sort
it.
of heard any John Wright band at all?
No, I think John Wright, the one I know, I think he actually died before we started singing in folk clubs. That's a John Wright I know.
He died about seven or 8 years ago, didn't
Yeah.
he, John?
Yeah, well, that's when we started 7 years ago.
Yeah, we played with him a few times. He's there's lots of his stuff on YouTube, and he's just a wonderful communicator.
He's got Other Roads now, hasn't he? Other Roads is the next group from then, isn't it?
That's
Yeah, Pete Evans.
ex-members of his group. Yeah,
He used to sing Down Too Deep, didn't he? So
he did. Yeah.
It's sung way up too high as well sometimes.
He was marvellous to watch working an audience. He would just hold them in the palm of his hand.
Right.
have to look on
But
YouTube.
before we move on to Warby, I would just like to say we have met Michael. You know, he hasn't got a camera, so it's just a black box. And it's been lovely to actually meet Michael and chat to him. He's a lovely, charming fellow, and he knows lots of stuff. So if you're at the club, he's the very smart guy sat at the back.
Well, he tells you that that's Michael, but of course we wouldn't know, would we?
So when you say smart, you mean smartly dressed, or he looks smart?
Both. Smartly, he came in a collar and tie a couple of weeks back. I think he came straight from court.
You're flattering me.
What you say, Michael?
You're flattering me.
No. No, I enjoyed our little chat last week. Yeah, and we hope to see you again.
We're not saying you look intelligent. We're just saying you got nice clothes.
He's well groomed. He's not like the other load of shite that go there. Right, who else? Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Warburton.
Well, hello. I have no idea what I'm going to do tonight. At all. So. We're here. Are you doing anything, dear?
Yes, I will be.
That's all right. I'll start off with this. This is a very strange Donovan song. One of the first pop songs to mention the consumption of illicit substances, but came on an album called Fairy Tale. On the Firefly platform on sunny Good Street, Violent hash smoker shook a chocolate machine, involved in an eating scene, smashing into neon streets in their stoneness, smearing their eyes on the crazy coloured goddess, listening to sounds of Mingus mellow fantastic. My mind they sigh, my mind they sigh. In dollhouse rooms with coloured lights swinging, strange music boxes sadly tinkling, drinking the sun, shining all around you. Mama, they sigh. Mama, The magician, he sparkles in satin and velvet. You gaze at his splendor with eyes you've not used yet. I tell you his name is love, love, love. Mama, they sigh. Mama, they sigh. Mama, they sigh.
Very nice.
Nice, John.
That was lovely, John.
Considering you didn't have a clue what you were going to do, that was delightful.
Oh, he's been practicing it all afternoon. You're not swallowing that guff, are you?
Oh, I've only just bought this guitar. I wonder if I'll be able to play it. Oh, that's funny. I wrote this song on the way in tonight, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wonder if that's why Terry's not here tonight. I bet he's writing another song, isn't it?
Oh, no, he did say try and get here. He might get later, but there we are.
Yeah, but we have... is he a definite booking now?
He is, yeah. He is, yeah.
So, for those who can get down to Rhyl, we have got Terence To Know Him Is To Love Him, Hisco, on the
21st of January
Oh,
for a guest night.
that's a long way off.
It is, yeah.
Told me he had a full October of gigs though, so it might be
Yeah,
way.
it's frightening how much planning goes into some people's lives. There's a lot of planning goes into mine, but not by me.
Well, you just look at the calendar, Alan, and do as she's written.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's the family calendar rules the day. Yeah, that's it.
Right, Carol.
Thank you. Forewarning to John, if you want to go out of the room now, you can do so. This poem is called 68.
Oh.
I first met John in 68, and I hoped that he would be my mate. I followed him to the bus each night, till he asked me out, as I hoped he might. He said, "Will you come to the cinema with me? There's a film we both might like to see." We got engaged in 71 and were married just over a year on. Cara was born in 73, and 3 years later, we had Keith D. So then we were a family of 4, sharing love, joy, laughter, tears, and more. Cara and Keith have both now grown with homes and lives of their own. So here we are, 53 years on, and I still love John. He's my number one. Thank you.
Ah, when you said 68, I was a bit worried where that one was going. But
No, we're not.
No,
The
68,
next
John.
line was.
68.
No, it wasn't. No. Right.
right, well, thank you. For when you're on next time, can you see if you can turn your mic up a little bit, John?
My mic, yeah, certainly.
Yeah. Okay. And there's a lot of fan noise or something. No. Anyway, here we are with
The
Michael
walking
Hawkins with his new guitar.
Yep, my new Yamaha. This song is it's called something called Cliffs of Dunedin. You may travel far, far from your own native home, far away o'er the mountain, far away o'er the foam. But of all the fine places that I've ever seen, there is none that can compare with the cliffs of Dunedin. Take a view o'er the water, fine sights you'll see there. You'll see the high rocky mountain on the west coast of Clare. The town of Kilkee and Kilrush can be seen from the high rocky slopes round the cliffs of Dunedin. It's a nice place to be on a fine sunny day, watching all the wildflowers that ne'er do decay. The hare and lofty pheasant are plain to be seen, making homes for their young round the cliffs of Dunedin. Fare thee well to Dunedin, fare thee well for a while, and to all the fine people I'm leaving behind, to the streams and the meadows where late I have been, and the high rocky slopes round the cliffs of Dunedin. You may travel far, far from your own native home, far away o'er the mountain, far away o'er the foam. But of all the fine places that I've ever seen, there is none that can compare with the cliffs of Dunedin. There is none that can compare with the cliffs of Dunedin.
Lovely, Mike.
Yeah, brilliant.
Lovely.
Really good.
Are you singing without the words in front of you now?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been doing it for a while. They're there. Oh, don't worry, they're there. Just in case I forget.
Right, well, thanks a lot for that, Mike. And we're going our first visit over the waters to Storm.
Hey there. Yes, for anyone who doesn't know, I'm joining you from Greenfield, Massachusetts in the United States of America. And unfortunately, I won't be with you next week when you share all your Halloween festivities and poems and songs, so have to do mine this week. Orange, green leaves lie scattered among, whoops, someone's muted, I'm getting an echo. Okay. Green leaves lie scattered among shriveled brown. Orange pumpkins tug on their vines in expectations of jack-o'-lantern ends. As the day of witch and superstition draws nigh, the sun rises late, and in fearful anticipation at the first sign of darkness scampers home. Oh, the bats and the rats and the skunk, they all come to spelunk under my bed at night. under my bed at night. Oh, it gives me such a fright when the bats and the rats and the skunk spurlunk under my bed at night. Oh, the squirrels and the birds and the mice, they do things that aren't very nice under my bed at night, under my bed at night. Oh, it gives me such a fright when the squirrels and the birds and the mice aren't nice under my bed at night. Oh, the dogs and the cats and the ants, they laugh, they whistle and dance under my bed at night, under my bed at night. Oh, it gives me such a fright when the dogs and the cats and the ants come dance under my bed at night. Oh, the spiders, snakes, and slugs, they all come here for hugs under my bed at night, under my bed at night. Oh, it gives me such a fright when the spiders, snakes, and slugs all hug under my bed at night, under my bed at night, under my bed at night.
Good one, Storm.
Right,
I wrote-
I guess so. Yeah,
I wrote,
I've got to,
well, I wrote both the poem and the song.
I've got to say that trick or treat is one of these American customs that we could have done well without. Thank you very much. And
We don't do a lot of it over here, Storm. It's not a big deal, Halloween.
well,
Some
this
people,
will be-
whoa, it could be though.
this will be my first year with neighbours.
Oh,
So if any kids come up sort of the path here, they're just going to find out what a miserable bastard I am.
Don't they know already?
No, I think the parents tell them, say, keep away from that funny man over there. He looks a bit weird.
My neighbours are all dead because I live next to a graveyard.
Ah, good idea.
So you really have to watch
Quiet
out on
neighbours,
Halloween.
except at Halloween. They liven up a little bit then, but they're quiet the rest of the year.
These were all your patients, were they, Gaffer?
Well, most of them died of dental complications. Though.
Actually, there used to be a very big business between doctors and graveyards.
Mm-hmm.
Still is.
Right,
That's right.
here we are. We've got Irene.
Oh, hello, Irene.
Oh, she's back
Hello.
in Dundee
I wish
with
I
the
was.
rigs.
Oh. Have they got a
haven't been-
Waitrose in Dundee? I'm sure they have.
I'm going to go back to Dundee probably in February or March, but I haven't been back for 2 years, which is the longest since we've been down here, and we've been down here since 1971.
They've knocked it about a bit in the meantime, I tell
Oh,
you.
I think they have. I think they have. So I'm going to sing. It's called "Lullaby for a New Baby." It's by Peggy Seeger, and it was when her daughter was born. I think that was their second child. I think her and Ewan McCall had 3 children. So this is called "The Summer Was Long." Oh, the summer was long, and the autumn too, walking slow and weary, till the winter parted me and you. Hush-a-bye, my dearie. When the time was come and the time was gone, they laid you down sae near me, and together we slept the whole night long. Hush-a-bye, my dearie. But my back is broke and my belly sore. Your daddy canna come near me, and it's up all night to walk the floor. Hush-a-bye, my dearie. Though you keep me waking night and day, and your crying makes me weary, you're welcome as a flower in May. Hush-a-bye, my dearie. My darling girl, the world is wide. I know it's going to fear me, to set you floating on the tide. Hush-a-bye, my dearie.
Fabulous.
It's lovely.
Irene.
Yeah, that was not half bad there, Quine.
Thank you, John.
What's the weather been like down in the south?
Not bad, actually. We had torrential rain, I think, a couple of nights ago, but getting a bit colder. But apart from that, no, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, I've been out walking the last couple of days. Yesterday was glorious, not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah,
and today it's been pissing it down.
Oh.
And it's been windy and horrible. And while I was walking around, I wondered, do people in Spain sit there in the afternoon, retired folk, and watch a programme called A Place in the Pissing Rain? Right, well, here we are. We've got Fortnum and Mason next.
Well, we know you're concerned about our nutritional intake on Friday night, so this is what we're going to tuck into later, okay?
Well, at least it's a bit of fibre.
Yeah,
that's right.
Essential.
Right, well, our first song is about a mule, the animal type, not the drug person carrying drugs around. So this is an American folk song about canals and mules. Oh, a particular mule called Sal. I got a mule and her name is Sal. 15 miles down the Erie Canal. She's a good old worker and a good old pal. 15 miles down the Erie Canal. We hauled some barges in our day, filled with lumber, coal and hay. We know every inch of the way, from Albany to Buffalo. Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, we're coming to a town. You'll always know your neighbour and you'll always know your pal, if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. We better look around for a job, old gal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. You can bet your life I'll never part with Sal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. Get up, mule, here comes a log. We'll make Rome about 12 o'clock. For one more trip and then we'll go right back home to Buffalo. Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, we're coming to a town. You'll always know your neighbor and you'll always know your pal if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. What would I be if I lost my pal? 15 miles on the Erie Canal. I'd like to see a mule as good as myself. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. A friend of mine once got a sword. Now he's got a broken jaw. 'Cause she let fly with an iron toe and kicked him back to Buffalo. Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, we're coming to a town. You'll always know your neighbor and you'll always know your pal if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. Yes, Low Bridge, everybody down. Low Bridge, we're coming to a town. You'll always know your neighbor and you'll always know your pal if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal.
Oh, yes.
Yay!
Brilliant, you two. Brilliant.
I won't go as far as brilliant.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You'll be overruled, John. They always bring a smile too. That's lovely.
It's lovely to be back here.
Actually, to tell you about the smile, our daughter happened to watch a while back the YouTube. I think she felt obliged to because we kept on sending the message. And she said, Mum, you could do it a bit more smiling.
Oh.
That's our daughter called Sean. How about that?
Oh, that's lovely. Well done.
Okay. For our second song, we're going to sing this one because we're not too far from Kingston upon Thames, and in fact our postcode is Kingston upon Thames. This song is about Kingston, but not Kingston upon Thames, nor Kingston upon Hull. It's about Kingston, Jamaica. Down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way, won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave my little girl in Kingston town. Down at the market you can see ladies cry out while on their heads they bear ackee rice, salt fish are nice, and the rum are fine any time of year. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way, won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave a little girl in Kingston town. Sounds of laughter everywhere, and the dancing girls swing to and fro. I must declare my heart is there, though I've been to Maine and Mexico. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave my little girl in Kingston Town. Down the way where the nights are gay and the sun shines daily on the mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship, and when I reached Jamaica I made a stop. But I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave my little girl in Kingston Town. Sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I had to leave my little girl in Kingston Town. Thank you very much.
Oh, yes. Brilliant. What a brilliant one, whatever John says. That's good.
I liked Alan's. What did you play?
The maracas.
I don't get.
Helen,
You don't get maracas out very often.
I don't get my maracas out for just anybody. No.
Thank goodness for that.
Oh, that was great. That was lovely.
Oh, it was lovely watching the Muppet boxes there.
Oh yeah. There was a lot of moving around going on. Yeah, great.
I'm old enough to remember when you could have blacked up to sing that song.
Yeah. Oh.
Right, I understand from Alan that that Mr. Hisco there is trying to get out of singing tonight.
No secrets here, Terry.
How dare
no, I'm sorry I arrived late, so if you can... I don't expect to play. If you can fit me in...
Well,
fine,
how can I put this? Bugger off, go and get your guitar.
You can't get away with it.
You're more than welcome, Terry.
We've not seen you for weeks.
We're thrilled.
No, and we've been, while you weren't here, we were actually plugging your spot at Rill in January.
Ah.
So we have sold out already.
I don't think I know about this, but I will check up later. I'll find out. I look forward to it.
Already a sellout.
I found the email in my drafts folder. I thought I sent it to Terry yesterday, and it's in my drafts folder. I have sent it to him now 5 minutes ago.
I'll be there. Thank you.
Right. I've lost my thread now. Oh, it's Gaffer. Yeah, are you awake, Gaffer? Yes, it's you.
No, he's not awake.
It is I. This is a song with an unusually high body count, so I don't think it's a very happy song. It's about somebody embarking on a life of crime, and really could be used almost as a training manual for would-be criminals. Now fortune smiled down on Pat Conroy as he made his way back from the bar. He was staggering past the distillery when he noticed the door was ajar. A lifetime of crime it did beckon, and Conroy did fancy a try. If I just stole one bottle, they'd hang me, so I might as well rob the place dry. For a month, all police leave was cancelled, as the whole force set off in pursuit. There were 3 of them after Pat Conroy, and 3,000 after his loot. When they found Conroy, he was unconscious as his ill-gotten gains he did test. The police put Conroy in irons, then set about testing the rest. They dragged Conroy to the assizes, and the judge, he said, "Stand up, Conroy. I regret that I cannot convict you. All the evidence has been destroyed. And now the end of this epic was tragic, with all of the characters cursed. The police all died of cirrhosis, and Conroy near died of the thirst. Said the coroner, we've got our hands full. How many inquests have we? The clerk, he replied from the office, I make it 3003. The verdict it was misadventure. And the coroner, summing up, said, now whiskey's not safe till it's paid for. So now Pat Conroy robs banks instead. I telegraph the ending.
What a short song that one for Gaff.
Wow. I think it ended in the same key as it started, that one.
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, very close anyway.
Oh, I'm bound to slip up sooner or later. I'll do better next time. You see, the thing about Zoom is you don't employ my subtle key changes don't get the applause that they'd get in real. Or is that just deliberate key changes?
I can't comment.
Well, I think it's not this week's that the clock's altered, is it? It's the week after. Yeah.
31st.
Right. So so don't alter your clocks this weekend. But I was thinking, getting an extra hour of 2021 is a bit like getting a bonus track on the Spice Girls album, isn't it?
We lost it in March, remember?
The powers that be have borrowed an hour from us for a couple of seasons. It's the same hour you get back that you lost in March.
And October's the longest month of the year.
Oh yes, David Bach, yeah.
Do you reckon Adrian West is one of these people that refuses to change his clocks and sticks to GMT all year?
I think he probably
has to remember that things start an hour later.
I reckon Adrian West is one of those people who does exactly what Liz West tells him to.
I'm really trying to do the opposite, stay on British summertime on all year, and if nobody knew what time it was where I was, I'd piss off to France where they get it right.
They do. They do.
Right, Phil.
Yeah, okay. This is a song written by a good friend of mine, actually, who lives in Greenhead. A guy called Alan Clark. Now, he is actually, he was obviously from Mackham, he was from Sunderland originally. And he wrote this song, so it's actually a geography lesson, really. So I hope it's a geography lesson of the northeast of England, so there might be one or two people here who get it, but some might not, but I'll do it anyway. Born in another county, on a black peat bed, under slate grey skies, in the hills of lead. She trickles down the hillside, over broken stones, over shining petals and old sheep bones. She's not the Mississippi, she's not the Nile. You won't find catfish, you won't find crocodiles. She's bluer than the Danube, she's got more soul than the Rhine. She's the biggest little river between the Tees and Tyne. She runs off through the valley, between the broken fells, in a land where Wesley taught there's silent chapel bells. They used to dig up marble laid down by ancient seas. Now it's all just R&R and B&Bs. She's not the Mississippi, she's not the Nile. You won't find catfish, you won't find crocodiles. She's bluer than the Danube, she's got more soul than the Rhine. She's the biggest little river between the Tees and Tyne. She wanders through the city where the saints' bones lie, in great big stone towers that reach up to the sky. There was a big fat Kenyan man who made up lazy rhymes. He sang a song about Durham town and he put it on the Tyne. She's not the Mississippi, she's not the Nile. You won't find catfish, you won't find crocodiles. She's bluer than the Danube, she's got more soul than the Rhine. She's the biggest little river between the Tees and Tyne. 100,000 people, 200,000 feet, 100,000 banners down the narrow streets. Old King Cole upon our soul chased the land around, till the grocer's girl from Grantham said leave it on the ground. She's not the Mississippi, she's not the Nile. You won't find catfish, you won't find crocodiles. She blueser than the Danube, she's got more soul than the Rhine. She's the biggest little river between the Tees and Tyne. Sound of leather and willow by the riverside. They're talking balls and bats and bales and leg-bys and wives. On to Washington, the cradle of the free. The man who crossed the Delaware and chopped that cherry tree. She's not the Mississippi, she's not the Delaware. You won't find catfish, you won't find grizzly bears. She's bluer than the Danube, she's got more soul than the Rhine. She's the biggest little river between the Tees and Tyne. Wisht, lads, are you gobs, I'll tell yous all a tale about the mighty Lambton worm that lived on Penshire Hill. Where the river meets the sea, God split the sand asunder, and Mackham started macking ships at 6 o'clock on Monday. She's not the Mississippi, she's not the Nile. You won't find catfish, you won't find crocodiles. She flows away so quietly into the seven seas to meet the Mississippi, the Nile, the Tyne, the Tee.
Nice, Bill. Good song.
Nice one.
Can I be a nerd and say that must be the River Wear?
It's the Wear, yeah. And that flows through Durham, doesn't it? The races, it's your river.
Yeah, I hope we're not going to get sued by Roger Whittaker actually about that line, but out of Durham town.
A fat South African, did you say?
Kenyan. He was Kenyan.
He could whistle. Was it a Kenyan? That's right, yeah. He could whistle though, couldn't he?
Oh, he was actually all right, I think. I sang this song somewhere and somebody said, oh yeah, you once gave me a lift. I was hitchhiking and you gave me a lift all the way to London. So it can't be that bad.
Yep. Right, thank you, Phil. And it's now our second trip over the big bit of water to Maureen.
It might be quicker to go around the other way, John, to where she is.
Possibly. You could do a Shatner and just go up and drop down.
Oh, you could, yeah.
And we're going to Scotland for this song. And those of you who know the song very well will understand why I've edited it. As I come down by Tara Market for to see, I fell in with a wealthy farm of the barnyards of Delgatay. Lintonati, Turanati, Lintonati, Turani, Linton, Lauren, 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 the barnyards of Delgatay. He promised me the 2 best horses ever I set my eyes upon. When I gaed home to the barnyards, there was nothing there but skin and bone. Lintonati, Turanati, Lintonati, Turanay, Linton, Lauren, 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 the barnyards of Delgatay. Well, the old black horse sat on his rump, the old white mare lay on her wime, and for all that I could hup and crack, they would not rise at yoken time. Lintonati, Turanati, Lintonati, Turanay, Linton, Lauren, 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 the barnyards of Delgatay. When I gae to the kirk on Sunday, mony's the bonny lad I see, sitting by his father's side and winking o'er the pews at me. Lintonati, Turanati, Lintonati, Turani, Linton, Lauren, 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 the barnyards of Delgatay.
You've been over the pews at me, was it that line?
I've just been given some additional information on that song from.
Oh, of course.
Well, tell us.
Oh, no.
They can't hear you. Get your arse out the chair.
Oh, no. Can't do that.
See, he's the same with everybody, ladies and gents, you can tell.
Turra Market is a place called Turriff, which is in Aberdeenshire. And the barnyards of Delgatay, there was sort of a mispronunciation. It was supposed to be the barren yards of, as the barren soils of
barren yards.
Yeah, as barren. Yeah. But it got sort of
the barren yards.
Yeah.
Well, Leslie, I love the fact that it's called a bothy ballad.
Oh yeah.
Bothy.
Yeah. A bothy. It's a bit like a button ben. It's just a couple of rooms, isn't it? Yeah.
Bothy is the same word as buthin in Welsh for cottage, of course. They stole it. They stole it.
Something to do with bothy boots then.
Well, that was all really bloody interesting.
The name
wasn't
like
it,
that.
eh?
Oh, that's good.
Right, Davith.
Right. Well, thank you for kind of introducing me about 3 minutes ago, because by mentioning what's his name, William Shatner. I'm doing a sort of warm-up job for B, who's got rather a nice poem coming up.
That's all you ever do, isn't it?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Overture and beginners.
Yes. This is a comparatively new poem by a fellow called E.J. Thribb. And some of you will recognise him. He's 17 and a half years old, has been 17 and a half for 60 years. And this is called Lines on the Imminent Departure from Earth of James Tiberius Kirk, aged 90, captain of the Starship Enterprise. So, farewell then, William Shatner, but only for 11 minutes. It's space, Jim, but not as we know it. You have always struggled with your weight, but for once you will be weightless. Has the oldly go joke been done? Oh, right, I thought so. How about the baldly go? For Jeff Bezos? Oh, that's been done too. How about Beardley Go for Richard Branson? Hooray! We have liftoff. It is important for a poet to go where no man has been before. Over to the poet.
Splendid.
Have you turned the microphone up, Davith?
Oh. I have indeed, yes. And
Well done.
It's now over to the poet.
Full marks.
Okay. I was reading a 19th century account of the exploits of Owain Glyndŵr, and this particular one took my fancy, and it's called Twisted Tongues. When Henry IV held sway, he wanted to find a way to seize Owain Glendower, thus strengthening his power. The ambitious Lord de Grey, Owain's neighbour and sworn foe, was living in Ruthin's chateau. To acquire the king's favour, and so prove himself braver, he schemed, with not a waver, to betray the Welsh hero. Pretending friendship and peace, and that all warring should cease, he offered to visit and dine with his new-found friend benign. Proud Glendower, to danger no stranger, took the truce, only if his guest's retinue was kept down to just a few, a modest entourage that would preclude sabotage. De Grey agreed, tongue in cheek, on no more than 30, meaning to do the dirty. He arrived with his small clique, but in the valley a throng, fully armed, was ready to rebel against the unwary Welsh noble. But Owain's loyal friend and bard, who had seen this army strong, used cunning to warn his lord. He recited a Welsh song, of which de Grey understood not a word. De Grey feasted richly and praised the song of the bard, but not guessing the meaning, knew not that his plot had been marred. Under cover of night, Owain fled from sight, and lived to order bloody revenge, leaving Ruthin burnt and charred. So let that be a warning to all who cross over the border, that we learn the strange tongue, or risk being stung, just like treacherous Lord de Grey.
Hooray! Final score 1-0. I think.
Yes, indeed. And Owain is still alive, isn't he?
Of course he is, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, thank you, B.
That was grand.
Brian, now, my plan is if you do one yourself now, and then when Linda gets her coat off and settles herself down, she can do one, and then you do a duet second half. How's that sound?
Yep, sounds okay to me.
Okay, we'll go for it, boy.
Okay. Right, where are we? Right, this is an alternative version of a song by Don Schultz called The Gambler, as sung by Kenny Rogers. These are the lyrics that Don Schultz forgot to write, and the song has now been renamed The Goalkeeper. I heard Eastbourne group Blackstrap Molasses sing this alternative version on Saturday last, probably because their lead singer Nick Westcott was previously a goalkeeper for Eastbourne Town. He also happens to be one of the organisers for the Lamb Folk Club that I go to, but he usually sings on his own there. But when he sings with his group, he has his daughter and a couple of other people with him. Anyway, this is The Goalkeeper, i.e. the gambler. It was dark on Tuesday evening when training was over. The goalkeeper needed a drink and he headed for the bar. He was sitting in a corner when a stranger approached him, a giant of a man that you could not disregard. The stranger spoke before him, and it was but just a whisper. He slowly introduced himself and pulled up a chair. By your size and condition, I can tell you are a keeper, and after drinking half a pint of lager, I have something to share. So we ended up a drinking, and we agreed on 3 proposals. Then he bummed a bag of peanuts and finished off his beer. The room was strangely quiet, and his face lost all expression. He said, if you're gonna play the game, boy, you've gotta play it right. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to roll 'em, know when to punch away, and know when to run. You've gotta trust in yourself and never think about failure. There'll be time enough for thinking when the game is done. Every goalkeeper knows that the secret to survival is knowing how to spread yourself and knowing how to fall. 'Cause every game's a hazard and every fall a danger. And when you leave the goal line, you have to get the ball. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to roll 'em, know when to punch away, and know when to run. You've gotta trust in yourself and never think about failure. There'll be time enough for thinking when the game is done. And remember, said the stranger, keep calm when under pressure, and never to enjoy playing, if that makes any sense. And give all you have got, but you can only do your best, and hope that you will not be let down by a dodgy defence. You've got to know when to hold 'em, know when to roll 'em, know when to punch away, and know when to run. You've got to trust in yourself and never think about failure. There'll be time enough for thinking when the game is done. You've got to know when to hold 'em, know when to roll 'em, know when to punch away, and know when to run. You've got to trust in yourself and never think about failure. There'll be time enough for thinking when the game is done. There'll be time enough for thinking when the game is done. Yes, there'll be time enough for thinking when the game is done.
Yep.
Now, not many people will know that Andrew Pritchard was a goalkeeper. I've seen him play.
Do you know that he was a goalkeeper then?
Yeah. Long time ago. They had a pig's bladder, wasn't it, Andrew? You were catching at the time.
Was
mind
it
you,
Saxon's head, wasn't it?
well, pigs' bladders, you know, pigs' kidneys are in demand nowadays, aren't they? Bit of a gruesome story, but it's all in the interest of progress.
You see, as a vegetarian, would you refuse a pig's kidney?
I don't put myself in a position of considering hypothetical questions, John. I'd rather not think about it, or I shall be sick. There we are.
Right. Okay. Now, I can't just make that. We had a little bit of a discussion poll, and we thought you were getting paid for product placement because you always had a packet of, I think it was Weetabix behind you.
They are mini shredded wheats, which are
shredded wheats. Yeah. So are you on their payroll for this?
No, it's just not been moved.
I'm going to say it's not moved since I've been on here.
No, it hasn't. I used to buy them in. We bought them in because my mum used to have them, but she stopped having them now, and they've sat there forever since.
No, it's just that nearly everybody on the call sort of had spotted that you got this box of stuff behind you.
Now I've sort of got your attention, as it were. I'll have to put different stuff there, won't I? Coca-Cola.
No, I'd leave them there and write to the manufacturers. I'd leave them there.
It's on YouTube once every month.
Yes, it's being recorded, isn't it? Yes.
If it's been that long, you should check the contents, Paul, before you do anything with it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I wasn't planning on eating them, I have to say, but yes.
For a while, I thought it was like a background behind you that was just a photograph, and not.
This is our genuine. This is our genuine.
Nothing moves.
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Right, come on then. What have you got for us?
Well, I've got another lullaby by Peggy Seeger to her daughter. I thought Iris was going to do the one I was doing, but no. Little girl child, your mommy wants to sing you a song. Don't get me wrong, it won't be a lullaby that might put you to sleep, but I want you awake with your eyes wide open, listening. And I don't mind singing it twice. Little girl child, your mommy wants to give you advice. Don't be too nice, for the world isn't made for a lady. Take what you reckon is yours, 'cause while you're asking politely, someone will grab your toys. Little girl child, I wanna hear you making a noise, loud as the boys. Anything they can do, you can do too. You can be rough or smooth. You too can get your hands dirty. You don't have to toe the line, little girl child. I wanna see you dressed up fine, not because you're mine, 'cause you're yours. Nothing wrong with looking good. Care for yourself and you'll care for others. Ready for life and loving. We'll try to show you how, little girl child. I wanna hear you taking your vow, starting right now. Don't just take what you're given, a second-rate job, in a second-rate life, in a second-rate world. Little girl, are you listening? Guess I'll just have to sing it all over again tomorrow.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine that ever actually getting a child to sleep.
No. Well, it does say we want you awake, so perhaps it wasn't designed for that.
Right, well, thank you, Paul. Oh, there he is. He has actually got his arse into gear. He's picked his guitar up and is ready for the off with a song what he wrote 10 minutes before he joined about the day he sat his O-level maths paper.
Oh, I can remember it like yesterday. That was a great song, Paul. I like that one. I was just saying to Brian and Sue, we've just been out with the band doing some stuff, and at one of them, which we thought we went rather well, a guy came up to us at the end of the show and said, "Yeah, that was all right. You're rather like a poor man's Crosby, Stills and Nash," he said, which we took as a compliment, but there it is.
Do you think John Shepherd's been to one of your gigs already?
There we go. Anyway, here's a song. Sorry for being late. Who's gonna sing to you tonight, kitty? Who's gonna ease your troubled mind? Who's gonna turn out all the lights? My pretty, put away your things and close the blind. On all those pretty girls with a promise in their hearts, hanging on to every word he never said. Who's gonna sing to you tonight, my pretty, when you lay down your weary head? Who's gonna talk with you today, kitty, and whisper words that almost rhyme, words that sparkle in the night, my pretty, but in the morning lose the shine. You rockabye like a lullaby, baby, don't sleep tight before the dawn. At Angelo's and Max's every night. Who's gonna wake you in the morning, my pretty? Who's gonna break your heart tonight? Gonna dance with you tonight, kitty, and lace your ice with Valentine. Who's gonna walk you home tonight, my pretty, and sing to you a Broadway lullaby? Another day is dawning and the milkman's on his way. The early train is waiting for a light. And who's gonna wait for you today, kitty? Who's gonna sing to you tonight? Sing to you a Broadway lullaby. Night, baby, good night. The milkman's on his way. Well, sleep tight, baby, sleep tight, and let's call it a day.
Terry.
That's a lovely rich guitar sound.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just slightly different to everybody else's sound. I don't know how you do it. I'd like to know.
Is another one that's got a cassette player in the back?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
That's what it is.
I can remember cassettes coming out. You know, they were remarkable. Remember 8 tracks for the car as well. They just went round and round and round, didn't they?
I never had one of them. Could never afford one.
No.
No, I couldn't.
Right, and now
Linda's with us.
at great expense.
Good evening.
Oh, Linda's here. Linda's
Yes, so
here.
I've
Oh, bless
spotted
her.
Linda.
Hello.
We have a plan for you, Linda.
Oh yes.
We'll
It's a
slot
cunning one.
Yes, we will slot you in somewhere where there's no ladies. Slot you in after Alan.
Oh.
And then if you can do your duet with Brian where he is. Is that okay?
Yep, perfect.
So
Thank you.
if you need to get something to eat.
I've just
you
eaten. I'm all sorted.
Right. Okay, well, nice of you to actually get us. Nice to see you on the ferry as well. So
It's
that
nice
we
to have a
have.
ferry running. They were all broken yesterday.
Yes, I saw on you put on Facebook the red funnel line or whatever they're called.
Yeah. So they've got 6 boats, 3 fast, 3 slow. The 3 fast ones all broke yesterday, and then a fire broke out on one of the slow ones. So there were 2 slow ones left.
Well,
That's odds stacking up against you. If you live on the island, that's
Yeah.
the odds stacking up badly, aren't they?
And it's the Isle of Wight Harp Festival this weekend too, so
Oh my goodness.
right, and now we
Sounding
have
a bit like the Battle of Jutland, isn't it?
Right, as you can see, Alan is necking some zero alcohol cider.
No, some 1% alcohol cider, that is. Because I forgot that we were on Zoom, so I bought some really weak
Leslie's
stuff.
just brought me a glass of about 7% or something. So,
well, there we are. It'll make a change.
I'll just have the one, the odd one, whereas you will have the odd few pints.
How very dare you? How very dare you? Well, my body needs filling up, you see. That's what it is.
Talking about your body, not many people know that you actually offered your body to science, didn't you? But science said they didn't want it. Thank you very much.
It's very kind of you, John.
So what he did then is offered his body to school, and he's asked that they put all his organs into glass jars as an example of poor lifestyle choices to the pupils. Right. Anyway,
Well, I've had some build-ups in my time, John.
What are you singing tonight, boy? You've got your Loudon there again. haven't you?
I have got a Loudon on, yeah, and it's my favourite instrument of all. I've bought many guitars in my time, and this is the one I always come back to. Last week in the club, face to face, for those who weren't there, I introduced a little opera. I sang a song from Handel's Tolomeo opera from 1728, and I'm going to try and sort of soften it up a little so it's not so square and German next time. And I'm not doing an opera song tonight. I'm going to do a pop song from 1962, and you won't need me to introduce it. There's one intro I always wanted to do, and I'll do it now probably. Anyway, it's the first time out for this song, one of Wendy's favourites. It's called Sealed with a Kiss. So it's gonna say goodbye for the summer. Darling, I promise you this, I'll send you all my love every day in a letter, sealed with a kiss. Yes, it's gonna be a cold, lonely summer, but I'll fill the emptiness. I'll send you all my dreams every day in a letter, sealed with a kiss. I'll see you in the sunlight, I'll hear your voice everywhere, I'll run to tenderly hold you, but darling, you won't be there. I don't want to say goodbye for the summer, knowing the love we'll miss. Oh, let us make a pledge to meet in September and seal it with a kiss. Yes, it's gonna be a cold, lonely summer, but I'll fill the emptiness. I'll send you all my love every day in a letter sealed with a kiss, sealed with a kiss, sealed with a kiss.
Oh, fabulous, Alan.
Gorgeous.
What a thing.
I got the words in front of me. I don't pretend. I've just learned it. I will improve. There we are.
Brilliant.
Nobody spotted the split infinitive, don't worry.
Oh no, there is. It pains me. I've got to sing "Gonna," "Wanna," and to boldly go.
Unfortunately, split. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a thing about split infinitives. I got to get out of this mindset. I got to stop mixing with the Davids of the world. That's what I got to do. Anyway, there we are. A little self-indulgence.
It's very important when kissing to ensure that you have a very good seal, because if you don't seal properly, it starts to sound more like a fart, and the romantic moment is broken.
Well, I bow to your superior knowledge, Gaffer.
Of course. Based on personal
I've got
experience.
an ear for these things, you know.
And if anybody's wearing my dentures, they'd just fly out anyway. Right. I was going to do me and then Alan, but I think Linda may have misheard my sort of second vowel in the word, and she looks ready to go now. So if you're ready to go now.
I'm just poised at all times.
Oh, look at that.
Well, if you want to go now, if you're poised.
Yeah, go on then. Go
on. Go now.
Did everyone know I came to visit and I knocked on the door, but no one was home? At the folk
Oh,
club?
you're good at Photoshop, girl.
I tried the door, but it was locked, so I just posed outside. But it was very nice to see where you all meet, so I can imagine that now. Right, here we go then. This is When I'm Gone by Thea Gilmore. There's no place in this world where I belong when I'm gone. I won't know the right from the wrong when I'm gone. And you won't find me singing on this song when I'm gone. So I guess I have to do it while I'm here. And I won't breathe the bracing air when I'm gone. And I can't even worry about my cares when I'm gone. Won't be asked to do my share when I'm gone. So I guess I have to do it while I'm here. And I won't be running from the rain when I'm gone. And I can't even suffer from the pain when I'm gone. I can't say who's to praise and who's to blame when I'm gone. So I guess I have to do it while I'm here. Won't see the golden of the sun when I'm gone. And the evenings and the mornings will be one when I'm gone. I can't be singing louder than the guns when I'm gone. So I guess I have to do it while I'm here. And all my days won't be dances of delight when I'm gone. And the sands will be shifting from my sight when I'm gone. Can't add my name to the fight when I'm gone. So I guess I have to do it while I'm here. I won't be laughing at the lies when I'm gone. And I can't question how or when or why when I'm gone. Can't live proud enough to die when I'm gone. So I guess I have to do it while I'm here. And there's no place in this world where I belong when I'm gone. I won't know the right from the wrong when I'm gone. You won't find me singing on this song when I'm gone. So I guess I have to do it. I guess I have to do it. I guess I have to do it while I'm here.
Lovely, Linda.
Right, thank you, Linda. Well, that's got us halfway, and we've been 2 hours, so Mr. Pritchard will be well pissed off because he's writing the blog this week.
You might be making up the same.
And I think he usually goes to his bed about 10:30.
He'll be making up the last bits.
So, and I must apologise for anybody who does read the blog about last week, because I needed Saturday morning off, so I wrote it Friday morning and posted it Friday morning, and it was pretty much...
It was accurate, wasn't it, John?
Spot on, yeah.
See, he choreographed it, as is the MC. Yeah. He choreographed it to make it fit.
We could all say what we're going to do. All those people at the end of the last 5 or 6 screen could all say what we're going to do, so Andrew can go to bed and sort of comfortably write it up, and then we can do something else.
Right, okay, so I will kick off second half. We haven't had a Ralph McTell song yet, have we? So I've got 2 to choose from tonight. We'll do this one, I think. Hurrying across the bridge before the sirens call. This morning she's chasing her shadow all along the factory wall, and through the gate where she will wait in line. Across the yard to clock her card in time, and under her scarf, her hair set in curls, day begins for the factory girl. For a while the girls try to talk, but their voices soon drowned in the dim. Their eyes watch their hands do the work, and a new day's rhythm begins. No change today like yesterday, the same. The dinner soon, then afternoon, and then home, and hurrying home in the fading light. Factory girl is going out tonight. Her mama says, don't you be late, you gotta get up again before 8. Yes, she cries, but there's joy in her eyes. She runs down the path to the gate. And out on the rainy streets, hoping that the night will last. No whispering palms on the beach for her, just the swish of the cars going past. And she believes no one could feel the same. Touching and whispering in the rain, and the rain takes away her beauty. curls. Night is soon gone for the factory girl. And hurrying across the bridge before the sirens call. This morning she's skipping the puddles along the factory wall. A starling sings, he shakes his wings, she smiles. Then at the gate she hesitates a while, and from inside the gate the sirens roar, and across the yard runs the factory girl.
Brilliant, John. Really good song. Just reminded me, I've just written down, I've got to learn Clown, which is another really good song. That reminds me of the Clown.
Oh yeah, same sort of.
'Cause I used to sing that one. Yeah, so I've got to try and resurrect that.
And just for Paul's sake, it was called Factory Girl, as if it wasn't bleeding obvious.
No. My point is, when you say you've got one of two and you just do one and then you play it, well, of course it's going to be this one, isn't it? So,
Do one.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of do ones tonight. Almost a do one, a do one. Come on.
One thing John never does, he hides his light under a bushel, because that song is actually on his CD. John has a CD, but he's very shy about passing it round. It's delightful.
Come on, John, we all want a copy. Come on.
Beautifully many left. There's only about 3 or 4 left.
Oh, I can knock some extras. Yeah.
And they're still available in Woolworths.
Yeah. It was beautifully recorded because I recorded it, so it's going to be a good one. Yeah.
It's a good plug, eh? There you are.
Right, Alan.
Hello. Right. Don Williams song. I don't often do stuff like this, so Lucinda was a great Don Williams fan, and I think it's a song by, I think it's from Bob McDill, called Good Old Boys. When I was a kid, Uncle Remus would put me to bed with a picture of Stonewall Jackson above my bed. Then Daddy came in to kiss his little man, with gin on his breath and a Bible in his hand. He talked about honor and things we should know. Then he staggered for a little as he went out the door. I can still hear the soft, gentle wind in the live oak trees. Those Williams boys, they sure mean a lot to me. Hank and Tennessee, well, I guess we're all gonna be what we're gonna be. So what do you do with good old boys like me? Nothing makes a sound in the night like the wind does. But you ain't afraid when you're washed in the blood like I was. The smell of baby through the windscreen, JR and the Wolfman keep me company. By the light of the radio by my bed, Thomas Wolfe whispering in my head. I can still hear the soft, gentle wind in the live oak trees. Those Williams boys, they sure mean a lot to me. Hank and Tennessee, well, I guess we're all going to be what we're gonna be. So what do you do with good old boys like me? When I was at school, I went with a kid down the street, and I watched him burn himself up on bourbon and speed. But I was smarter than most, and I could choose Learned to talk like the man on the 6 o'clock news. When I was 18, Lord, I hit the road, and it doesn't really matter how far I go. I can still hear the soft, gentle wind in those live oak trees. Those Williams boys, they sure mean a lot to me. Hank and Tennessee, well, I guess we're all going to be what we're gonna be. So what do you do with good old boys like still hear the soft, gentle wind in the wild oak trees? Those Williams boys, they sure mean a lot to me. Hank and Tennessee, well, I guess we're all going to be what we're gonna be. So what do you do with good old boys like me? So what do you do with good old boys like me?
Nice one, Al.
That was lovely, Alan.
That was all right, Alan.
Thank you all. I'll have to say good night.
Okay, good night, Storm.
Okay.
Oh, good night, Storm.
See you in a month.
Right, take care of yourself.
Bye.
Bye.
Right, the plan was for Gwyn's video next, but Alan has just gone to do things to his router because his internet's dropping out. So
He's not doing one to the router, bloody.
He's going to reboot his router.
Bounce it along, John.
Oh, that's a good
Bounce it
excuse.
along. When he comes back, we'll slot it in.
Yeah. So basically, it's Mr. and Mrs. Race.
Thank you, Mr. Shepherd.
We weren't ready for it. One, John, is it?
We can't hear you, John. I can lip read. Keep going.
I think it'll be 11:45 when we're finishing as it
Yeah.
is. So if we can have one per Muppet box, please.
Absolutely.
That's fine.
No problem.
Right, this is the White Hare by Cecily Eggman. I'll clear my throat. Okay.
I heard her in the valley, I heard her in the dead of night, the warning of a white hare, eyes burning bright. Be careful you don't catch her, or give her a ride away, for she will look upon you, steal your soul away. For the white hare is calling, she's dancing in the night. She'll be out till the morning with her eyes burning bright. The white hare is calling you. Out upon the heather, a shadow came on to me. Her hair was hanging over face I could not see. She ran behind the rocks, I heard the hounds cry. The image of a woman, a head she held up high. For the white hare is calling, she's dancing in the night. She'll be out till the morning with her eyes burning bright. The white hare is calling you. If you go hunting, we're calling out your prey. But if you see a fair mare, hairy, ash and grey, Be careful you don't catch her or give her right away, for she will look upon you, steal your soul away. For the white hair is calling, she's dancing in the night. She'll be out till the morning with her eyes burning bright. The white hair is calling you. You can hear her call every night. You can hear her call every night. You can hear her call.
Oh, yeah. Sound on that 12-string.
It's only 8. It's
been a bit of a theme to your sets tonight. We've had yellow hair, we've had white hair.
Oh yeah.
Very
Different spellings.
observant.
No, this is a guitar bouzouki, and it's Alan's listening. He's just away here. Tune GD, as per Seth Blakeman's style.
A Jeslo style too, yeah.
It's a great sound, that.
It is a great sound, yeah. Cittern sound, I would say it's a cittern sound. Are they octave strings, like a 12-string?
Well, the first two pairs are or unison. Last two are...
Yeah, so it's bouzouki then, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's bloody fascinating, isn't it, everybody?
Oh, cittern, they would all be unisons if it was
It's
cittern.
very good. I mean, Taylor make a baritone with 8 strings.
Oh, right.
So top to a simple like.
How many fingers? Oh, yeah.
Oh, shut up, Alan.
Mr. Shepherd's bored.
He's bored.
Moving on.
Come on, I've got to run
Just
this.
let's
bloody
just
thing.
bore him, shall we? Just bore him all night.
Alan, have you got... is he there? I've lost him again.
I'm here.
Yeah, you're there.
I've moved.
Have you got Gwyn's video queued up, or do we move on to...
I have no. I think it should be fine. I've reset my router and left it off for a couple of minutes, so I should be fine. You wouldn't believe I got cable here, would you? But there we are. Anyway, so T. Gwyn's video is next to come up, and I'm happy to do that now, John. If you're ready.
Yeah.
I'll mute myself, and away we go.
Here we are back again in the parallel universe that is Zoom. Nice to be back in many, many ways. This week's contribution is a piece by a poet called Guto David. It's called Surfio, or surfing. He's using the analogy of watching the water come in and riding the waves as a parallel to other activities and situations that happen in life. Surfio, gan Guto David. Mae nhw'n sibrwd bod y llanw'n troi, yn dweud bod y dŵr yn dod. Gwelant y rhyferthwyn chwythu o'r gorwel, gan wybod y cawn ein sgibo i sgil. Mae'r rhain gweddio am atal y llif, ac eraill am godi protest, i atal disgyrchiant a thynfar lleiad, a newid cyfeiriad y gwynt. Ninnau, cydiwn yn ein byrddau ysgafn, rhedeg i'r eigion a bwrwyddi, dringo'r tonnau digymrodedd ac eu hedeg. Ei llygaid yn disgleirio ac eu hangder y môr ar awel hallt yn ein carion uwch. Ac os bydd tasgau'r dŵr yn llosgi, a mympwyr gwynt yn ein taflu at ddibyn trychineb, safon yn frau ar erchwyn y byd, a chwympon ogoneddus. Diolch yn fawr.
Yay!
Ogoneddus.
A chwimpon o gonedus. Oh, dude.
Yeah, go there.
Even if you didn't have the words up in front of you, just know what that was all about. Isn't that a lovely sound? Oh, well, to me.
It is. No, it is a lovely sound, I agree.
Language of heaven, we call it.
It's an interesting phenomena, language. As some of you know, I'm involved in a relationship with an English girl and a fabulous experience. And when we talk,
Keep it clean. It's a
English
family
most
show,
of-
boy.
Yeah. Well, it was going that direction. Yes. But you remember your early courting days, and there are things you can talk about when you're courting a girl in Welsh that you can't talk about when you're courting a girl through the language of English. There are things that are understood. It's a fantastic realization. But there we go. Thank you.
I know.
Can't imagine that. Right, Mr. and Mrs.
Well.
Warburton. I know I said at one per Muppet box, but you are completely different items. So if Carl wants to do a poem,
If
can
you've
do.
got time, John, it's only a short one.
Yeah, we'll fit time for you. Don't worry, girl.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I won't be here for the next fortnight, but I will be in the blessed land of Kerno. So I'll sing this one, which I wrote a few years ago before I moved to this blessed land. Hang on, my capo slipped. Can you hear that, or is it very quiet?
Brilliant.
If you climb up the hill and you look to the north, through the shadow of a standing stone, you can see the sight of God revealed, bringing the fishermen home. If you look to the south, the St. Michael's Mount, home of a dragon I've heard. And out to the west is the town I love best, Penzance, that I'd like to call home. This is the land of old kings, where stones stand alone or in rings, where tales are told of the pirates bold and the strong men who once dug for tin. There's not much work here today though, no use for the tin or for clay, where once men strive to keep families alive, tourists now come and play. But there's still pride in old Cornwall, there's a love of the land, sea and sun, and there's no better place in all of God's earth to be when the day is done. Thank you.
Ah, lovely, John.
Lovely.
Nice one, John.
A good proper song, that one, John.
Thank you kindly.
No, I haven't heard that one before, John.
Oh well, it's on my CD.
I heard that.
CD, yeah.
Which one?
Well, I see we have Mr. and Mrs. Jenkins joined us in their uniforms. How come we're in white tonight?
Virginal.
Yeah.
No, not quite.
This is our formal uniform.
Ah.
We've invested 4 new members tonight, so we have to be in our proper shirt.
Oh,
not
proper
hoodies.
Oh, not your scruff then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is our formal bit.
Right, I think I'll find room for a song for you later.
John, can I just say we've got a CD. It's by Simon and Garfunkel.
Have you only got 3 copies left as well?
Right, Carol. So I'm sorry for the interruptions by these morons.
It's quite all right. It's nice to just sit and listen.
And the intelligent ones as well.
Not
So
many
this
done
one is
it.
called Spilt Liquid. I wonder why we never realise. Spilt liquid magically swells in size. A cupful spilt on table or floor seems to become a gallon or even more. And once the liquid has been set free, be it water, wine or a cup of tea, for seconds you stand and look and stare at so much liquid everywhere. And as you frantically mop things dry, you don't know whether to laugh or cry, as you try to work out just how much it will cost to replace those spoilt items you have lost. Thank you.
Lovely, Carol.
Was that prompted by the loss of a laptop by
I
any
think
chance?
it might be.
Only a slight dig at my abilities.
2 laptops.
1 bottle, 2 laptops. No.
No, separate times.
I'm going to hit the mute button now before I get more embarrassed. Carry on.
Right, we're back down to Will with Mike.
Are you?
Hey, what's that? What's that?
No, that was Sheila on the. She's on her phone, and it just burst into song. Anyway, is that loud enough? Because I've moved everything, so.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
absolutely
good.
fine,
That's
mate.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed the bottles have changed.
We do drink it a little bit. We don't spill much, though, do we?
Everyone's looking at people's backgrounds now. It's all.
Yes.
Yeah. This is called American Stranger, about an American who comes over here to find a wife. I'm a stranger in this country, from America I came, and nobody knows me or can tell to me my name. I'm a stranger in this country, I've tarried here a while. I have rambled for my true love, for many's the long mile. Some say I am rakish, some say I am wild. Some say I am rakish, pretty girls to beguile. To prove myself loyal, you can come along with me. I will take you to America, my true love to be. Now we're all off to America, our ship will soon set sail, and heaven will provide us with a swift and prosperous gale. Here's a health to pretty Polly, she's the girl that I adore. Likewise the lovely Susan, although she's so poor. Here's a health to lovely Nancy, my joy and my delight. She's the one that I cling to on a cold and frosty night. And when we are landed, we'll dance and we'll sing, all in a bounteous country, good fortune to bring. In the middle of the ocean will grow a myrtle tree. If ever I prove false to the girl who loves me, the moon it will darken, the stars will have no light. That's if ever I prove false to my own heart's delight. I'm a stranger in this country, from America I came, and nobody knows me or can tell to me my name. I'm a stranger in this country, I've tarried here a while. I have rambled for my true love, for many's the long mile.
Fabulous, Mike.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
How much? Thank you.
Lovely.
So what's Sheila doing on the phone? Why is she not in here listening?
He's bored.
Fair enough. I can.
No, she's in there listening. She was just happened to be flicking through the phone, and it, it gets one of these that automatically starts up and starts singing at you.
Mine doesn't do that.
Oh, well, don't.
Mine just makes phone
you
calls.
stick with it. Stick with it. Yeah.
Yeah, mine makes phone calls. It doesn't do texts. I've never sent a text in my life.
You haven't?
Nope.
Oh,
never.
Well, I thought Mr. West was bad.
Right.
Full of them. Oh.
Irene, I mean,
Okay.
Can I call if I call you Quine? Is that okay? Or
That's fine.
Yeah,
it rhymes.
It gets
Quine
down
and
as
fine.
It gets down as far as Dundee, does it, Quine?
It does. Sort of
Right,
four, maybe up as far as maybe sort of Forth for Stonehaven, that sort of way. It'll do. I know what it means, John. That's the main thing.
Right, well, come on then.
Okay, I'm going to do Green Grow the Laurel. It's a take on the song by Chris Drever from his CD. Green grows the laurel, soft falls the dew. Sorry am I to be parted from you. Sorry am I that you proved untrue, and you changed the green laurel for the violet so blue. You walked past my window, both early and late. The looks that you gave me, they make my heart break. The looks that you give me, they cause me to rue, that you changed the green laurel for the violet so blue. Green grows the laurel, soft falls the dew. Sorry am I to be parted from you. Sorry am I that you proved untrue, and you changed the green laurel for the violet so blue. I wrote her a letter, a few rosy lines. She wrote me a letter all twisted and twined. You write to your love, and I'll write to mine. You stick with your love, and I'll stick with mine. Green grows the laurel, soft falls the dew. Sorry am I to be parted from you. Sorry am I that you proved untrue, and you changed the green laurel for the violet so blue. And you changed the green laurel for the violets so blue.
Lovely, Irene.
Yeah. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I think you better have words with that Dave after, because at the beginning of that there seemed to be a violent thunderstorm.
I thought she was on
over
La
Dundee.
Palma. Yeah. A volcanic eruption or something going on, I think, in the background.
It was very dramatic.
Oh, it was, yeah. It didn't affect the singing one iota. That was lovely.
Thank you very
I think
much.
you should. I think you should give him a slap.
Well, he might like it too much.
This is a family show, as John said.
It is.
Yeah.
Right, Michael and Helen.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we're going to do a happy clappy song to as it's getting towards the end of the evening, and we're going to say thank you again for doing this extra special Zoom extra to your normal routine.
I'm well enough.
Brilliant.
Each day I'll do
Each day I'll do
a golden deed
a golden deed
by helping those
by helping those
who are in need.
who are in need.
My life on earth
My life on earth
is but a span,
is but a span,
and so I'll do
and so I'll do
the best I can.
the best I can.
Life's evening sun
Life's evening sun
is sinking low.
is sinking low.
A few more days,
A few more days,
and I must go
and I must go
to meet the deed
to meet the deed
that I have done.
that I have done.
When there will be
There will be
no setting sun,
no setting sun.
to be a
To
child
be a child
of God each day.
of God each day.
My life must shine
Must shine
along the way.
along the way.
I'm saying His
I'm
prayers
saying His prayer.
while angels roar
While angels roll
and strive to help
strive to help
some troubled soul.
some troubled soul.
Life's evening sun
Life's evening sun
is sinking low.
is sinking low.
A few more days,
A few more days,
and I must go
and I must go
to meet the deed
to meet the deed
that I have done.
that I have done.
Where there will be no setting sun,
no setting sun.
the only life
The only life
that will endure
that will endure
is one that's
is
kind
one that's kind
and good and pure.
good and pure.
And so for God,
And so for God,
I'll take my stand.
I'll take my stand.
Each day I'll lend
Each day I'll lend
a helping hand.
a helping hand.
I'm going down
I'm going down
life's weary road.
life's weary road.
I'll try to lift
I'll like to live
some travelers low.
travelers low.
I'll try to turn
I'll try to turn
the night to day.
the night to day.
Make flowers bloom
Flowers bloom
along the way.
along the way.
Life's evening sun
Life's evening sun
is sinking low.
is sinking low.
A few more days,
A few more days,
and I must go
and I must go
to meet the deed
to meet the deed
that I have done.
that I have done.
Where there will be no setting sun. Thank you.
Hey, brilliant. This one, guys. Ah, love it.
Yeah, well, we're back.
The maracas came out again.
Yeah, brilliant.
Oh, yes.
We're back,
Thank you
we're
for
back
noticing.
Zooming on the 19th of November.
It's in the
Oh,
diary.
it's in the diary.
And we are trying to work out something over Christmas because the centre will be closed for a while. So if we can squeeze in, and it might not be a Friday night because that's sort of Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. I know you won't be able to sleep Christmas Eve. You'll one more
Right.
sleep before he comes. So yeah, watch your media, and we'll see if we can come up with something else.
Great stuff.
Brilliant.
Right. coming up with something else is Gaffer. Have we got fascists tonight, Gaffer?
Absolutely no fascists at all.
Oh.
Just to see if I can wind Paul up, I'm going to do that one because I didn't fancy doing this one, so I've decided instead to do the other one. And it takes me back to a time when I used to introduce a song that I couldn't sing. I couldn't sing, well, it was a lovely song, but I couldn't sing it because I'd forgotten a couple of bits, and one of them was the words and the other was the tune. So I also, as luck would have it, I had this other song that I couldn't think of an introduction for. So I used to introduce a song I couldn't introduce by introducing a song I couldn't sing. But now I've stumbled upon a Broken Token song, so I don't need to do the introduction about this here woman banging a man around the head with a crank end of a lockkeeper's sluice handle. And instead, I just sing a beautiful song about broken tokens. No, I sung it actually into now. So there we go. So it must be traditional. Now Jackie was a sailor who was lately come ashore, and with a smile upon his face, he knocked on Mary's door. She did not recognize him till Jackie he did say, "Here is the ring we broke into before I went away. Before I went away, before I went away, here is the ring we broke into before I went away." Might change tunes. Now Mary cried, "My darling Jack," and went to fetch her bit. But when she tried to match him up, the pieces wouldn't fit. Jack put his arm around her and said, "Never mind, sweetheart," and from his trouser pocket drew out 2 dozen parts, drew out 2 dozen parts, drew out 2 dozen parts, and from his trouser pockets drew out 2 dozen parts. Now Mary, she was sore perplexed, so many rings to see. But Jackie cried, "But Mary dear, my thoughts were all of thee. I only did what I have done, so you might know, sweetheart, that every maid I took to bed's as faithful as thou art, as faithful as thou art, as faithful as thou art, that every maid I took to bed, as faithful as thou art. Tomorrow we shall talk about the day we're to be wed." So Mary smiled a trusting smile and took Jack off to bed. She asked about the wedding day as soon as she awoke. "Well, I'd marry you tomorrow, but alas, the ring we broke. Alas, the ring we broke. Alas, the ring we broke. I'd marry you tomorrow, but alas, the ring we broke." Poor Mary cried, "My dearest Jack, how could you treat me so? My parents will be angry when of this they come to know. I know they will be angry that we played the game of halves, with me for being so crafty, and with you for being so daft. With you for being so daft. With you for being so daft. With me for being so crafty, and with you for being so daft." Then Mary cursed a wicked curse and took Jack by the hair. She pulled that sailor out of bed and threw him down the stairs. She bounced him through the kitchen and she bounced him out the door. So he bade adieu and set off to the other 24, the other 24, the other 24. He bade adieu and set off to the other 24. Now Jackie was delighted by the deeds that he had done. He called on all the other maids and fooled them one by one. The same old trick he'd play on them, and the same old tale he'd tell. 2 9 Pollys, 5 more Marys, 7 Maggies and a Nell. 7 Maggies and a Nell. 7 Maggies and a Nell. 2 9 Pollys, 5 more Marys. 7 Maggies and a Nell. And so at last he did arrive at number 24. And 'twas with great excitement that he knocked on Nancy's door. When she came down to let him in, sweet Nancy, she did say, "Oh, welcome back, me darling Jack. You've been so long away. You've been so long away. You've been so long away. Oh, welcome back, my darling Jack. You've been so long away. Now all the time you've been away, my thoughts have been of thee. And here's the ring we broke in two before you went to sea." He tried to match with Nancy's ring, but try as Jackie might, of all his 24 rings, not one of them proved right. Not one of them proved right. Not one of them proved right. Of all his 24 rings, not one of them proved right. And Nancy smiled a crafty smile to see poor Jackie's plight. She said, "Dear Jack, I'll find a way to make things turn out right. I'm sure we'll get the rings to match as once they did before." And from her apron pocket she pulled out 2 dozen more. Pulled out 2 dozen more. Pulled out 2 dozen more. And from her apron pocket she pulled out 2 dozen more. Now when he saw her pile of rings, poor Jack, he was dismayed. Oh, full of admiration for the trick that she had played. "We'll sell these rings and buy but one, and wedded we shall be. For I never thought to meet a maid who's craftier than me. Who's craftier than me. Who's craftier than me. I never thought to meet a maid who's craftier than me." So then this couple went to church and there proclaimed their love. And the ring he slipped upon her hand, it fitted like a glove. And as they walked out hand in hand, sweet Nancy, she did laugh. "Be careful who you play with when you play the game of halves. You play the game of halves. You play the game of halves. Be careful who you play with when you play the game of halves. You play the game of halves. You play the game of halves. For it isn't only sailors who can play the game of halves."
Oh, yes.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
It's a classic. Where's that from, Gaffer?
Huh?
Where's that song from?
Well, the tune or the words?
No, the whole thing.
Well, the tune comes from the English tradition, bless it.
Oh, yeah.
The words come from between my...
Oh, right. It's not a proper song then.
Not a proper song. It's an improper song.
Well, I loved it. I loved it. Yeah.
Right, Phil.
Yeah, okay.
We haven't seen your dog tonight. Is he all
He's
right?
down here, he's fast asleep.
Yeah.
He's down here. He's listening.
What drugs do you give him to get him to stay asleep? That's the thing. I need information like that.
I give him the odd drop of my homebrew, right? But don't tell me why for that, because I'm not allowed to, really. Actually, he took me into a pub on Tuesday. I took him for a walk and he insisted on going in this pub and having a pint at lunchtime. And I came out and fell flat on my face. And I hurt my knee, hurt my chest. I can't play properly because my wrist is dodgy. But the worst thing of all is I broke a tooth. And it's not an ordinary tooth, it's an implant. It's a £2,000 implant.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
Is the dog all right?
The dog was absolutely fine. He just
Oh,
sat
good.
there and licked me while I was lying on the ground, prostrate.
I'd have done it for 1,500, Phil.
Well, I've just made an appointment this morning to get it fixed. Actually, that's probably going to be about what it's going to be, I suspect.
Oh no.
Right. Well, it was pretty frosty here. I'm not sure about this morning because I was up late this morning. Yesterday morning I was up early to walk the dog, and there's a lot of frost around. So winter is coming on. So it's time to get yourself dressed up with some winter clothing, right? And I should also say, by the way, for this particular song, you've got to assume I'm having a sex change as well. So forget the beard and forget all the other stuff.
That'll be more than 1,500.
Just imagine I've got that long blonde hair that Brian and Sue were talking about earlier.
Not that difficult.
Now if like me you're a woman of a certain age, you're wearing an item of clothing which is all the rage. They're generous in size, they reach from your waist down to your thighs. I'm singing the wear 'em thicker, big knicker blues. Big knickers, you really ought to try 'em. Big knickers, and I'll tell you where to buy 'em. Wear big knickers and you can't go wrong, especially when the winter draws on. I don't want a gusset that pinches underneath. I want a seat that's more complete than a handkerchief. I want 'em long, I want 'em wide, I want 'em fleecy inside. I'm singing the wear 'em thicker, big knicker blues. Big knickers, let's keep 'em in proportion. Big knickers don't go into contortions. Wear big knickers and you can't go wrong, especially when the winter draws on. I tell your friend it's not the end if you wear great big pants. They're really nice and they add some spice to your romance. If you're not prepared to sin, no one's getting in. It's the wear 'em thicker, big knicker blues. Big knickers, I love me passion killers. Big knickers, they make useful stocking fillers. Wear big knickers and you can't go wrong, especially when the winter draws on. Sooner or later every bloom has had its day. Instead of white and shining bright, they go limp and grey. Cut them up for cleaning rags, use them for shopping as carrier bags. I'm just singing the wear 'em thicker, big knicker blues. Big knickers, who cares for style and beauty? Big knickers just give me heavy duty. Wear big knickers and you can't go wrong, especially when the winter draws on. Big knickers, you've got 'em coming to ya. Big knickers be me comfort, hallelujah. Wear big knickers and you can't go wrong, especially when the winter draws. I'll show you mine if you show me yours, especially when the winter draws on.
Nice one, Phil.
Yeah, there's a woman behind me and nodding in approval. And apparently they sang that at her Christmas Fit Club bash, I think.
Really? Well, I pinched that from Sandra Kerr, off a recording of Sandra Kerr. I don't know where it came from originally.
Right, Maureen, you've got your thick ones on yet?
That's telling, isn't it? Right. I'm still up in Scotland, up in Galashiels, where in 1881, Robert Coulthard switched from being a weaver to a candy maker, as they call it in Scotland. And what better way to advertise but get the children? Ali bally bee, sitting on your mammy's knee, greeting for another bobby to buy Mayor Coulter's candy. Ally bally bee, when you grow up, you'll go to sea, making pennies for your daddy and me to buy Mayor Coulter's candy. Ally bally bee, sitting on your mammy's knee, greeting for another bobby to buy Mayor Coulter's candy. Mammy, give me a thrifty doon. Here's old Coulter coming roon. We a basket on his croon, selling Coulter's candy. Ally bally bee, sitting on me mammy's knee, greeting for another bobby to buy Mayor Coulter's candy. Little Annie's greeting tay, say what can a poor wee mammy day, but gie them a penny atween them tway to buy Mayor Coulter's candy. Ally bally bee, sitting on your mammy's knee, greeting for another bobby to buy Mayor Coulter's candy. Poor wee Jeannie's looking at the thin, a rickle o' bones covered o'er with skin. Knew she's getting a wee double chin with sucking Coulter's candy. Ally bally bee, sitting on your mammy's knee, greeting for another bobby to buy Mayor Coulter's candy.
Yeah. Lovely morning.
Well, there were at least two people singing along to that. One of them's behind me, and I think the other's Irene. I have a feeling you've sang that here, haven't you, Irene?
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
What's a bawbee? What's a bawbee?
Penny.
A halfpenny. A halfpenny.
Oh, right. A dimmy. In Wales. Yeah.
Mac.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All sorts of names for halfpennies in Wales, because that's all we have. That's all we had.
Yeah.
No,
You were lucky to have halfpenny.
Halfpenny? All in a box. Lived in a
Come on, I'm
box.
bloody running late
Cardboard
here.
box.
Right, what have you got that's not 1,000 verses, David?
That's not 1,000 verses. Well, I could do 1,000 kisses deep, but I won't do that today. I do want to ask, there's a joke next to that poem I read earlier, and somebody from the Northeast might be able to explain it to me, because I don't know why it's funny. The joke is, what's black and white and red all over? And the answer is a blood-stained Newcastle shirt. Now, why? You get it, Ellen.
Yeah. The answer's usually a newspaper, isn't it? There we are.
Usually, yes.
Yeah. But Newcastle black and white stripes, there you are.
Oh, that's right.
The nanny, yeah, the magpies.
Okay. Right. Okay, I'm going to read a poem by who's probably my favourite English poet, called Leonard Cohen, which is called School Days. I headed the school. I was the school head. John was the arms, Peggy was the asshole, and Jennifer the toes. I loved the asshole best. In my striped football sweater and in my V-necked hockey shirt, I was a sight. No wonder Peggy fell under my influence, until the accident. Then I lost her. Flags wave, and banners ripple. All is lost for the visiting team. There I am, in a bad seat, scowling at our victory. I cannot take my eyes off her little bouncing skirt. I'm talking about the cheerleader named Peggy. That was 47 years ago. The past. I never think about the past, but sometimes the past thinks about me and sits down ever so lightly on my face. And me and Peggy and John and Jennifer, our scarves in the wind, were speeding in the family roadster to somebody's house in Nantucket, and I can walk again. Thank you.
Sits ever so lightly on my face. Lovely, thank you.
Yeah, well, I sometimes think about.
No, Percy Phil. Percy.
7 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
10 years ago was that.
Right, thank you, David. And we've got a duet now. We've got young Brian, and we've got Linda. And most of what you see on Facebook, to be honest, is absolute shite. I don't really bother with it, but some of the stuff Linda puts up is really quite good. And I don't want to embarrass her, but she's obviously got quite a high-flying sort of job directing TV. So she's obviously not as thick as she looks, is she?
I like to mix with my Isle of Wight fellow people and blend in, so...
Right, we'll go for it, you two.
Anyway, this is a song by Scottish lady Isla Grant and Irishman Johnny McAvoy, and it's called Partners in Rhyme. And as you said, I'm going to sing this with Linda. And then...
Sorry?
Yeah, carry on.
We have travelled oh so many roads together, played the stage in every kind of weather, and the songs we sing are from our hearts, our thoughts in every line. You and I, we are partners in rhyme.
When I'm sad and don't know what to do, that's the time I find that my good friends are few. But I know you are there to listen. I know you will always take the time. You and I, we are partners in rhyme.
You and I, we are partners in rhyme.
Always there for each other, anywhere, anytime.
And even though we may be far apart,
you are always on my mind.
You and I, we are partners in rhyme. And when my nights are cold and I am on the road again, that's when I reminisce and think of you, my friend. And I hope and pray we will meet again somewhere down the line. You and I, we are partners in rhyme.
We have travelled oh so many roads together, played the stage in every kind of weather, and the songs we sing are from our hearts, our thoughts in every line. You and I, we are partners in rhyme.
You and I, we are partners in rhyme.
Always there for each other, anywhere, anytime.
And even though we may be far apart,
You are always on my mind.
you and I, we are partners in rhyme.
You and I, we are partners in rhyme. Partners in rhyme.
I didn't notice the Solent getting in the way at all there. Partners in Crime, a lovely song. Yeah.
Partners in rhyme.
Oh, sorry.
Right, well, thank you. Always love to hear the pair of you. And keep us in touch, Brian, with how things are doing for you. Are you okay at the minute?
Yeah, I've just had a dental taking a tooth out, which I'm a bit like keep dripping blood all the time, I'm afraid, and mopping it up, but
Right, okay, that's too much information. Move on. And now
He's got a Newcastle United shirt to mop it up with.
fresh from hunting the king's deer in the New Forest, it's Mr. Paul Clark, who's still muted.
They don't wear their shirts though. Newcastle United fans, they wear their shirts to go to the match, and then they take the things off to show how hard they are.
Oh, yes.
Tropical this time of year up there.
Right. I was actually going to do a Jez Lowe song, but I don't have any that I can do with a guitar, and I thought you'd probably be saying, "Where's your guitar?" So here's a non-Jez Lowe song. Right. Don't mind the rain. I'm gonna have to stop my clock. Hang on.
For the rolling city. Oh.
Yeah. No, it's just you'll get some bongs in the middle of that if not. Don't mind the rain or the rolling sea, the weary night never worries me, but the hardest time in a sailor's day is to watch the sun as she dies away. It's one more day on the grey funnel line. The finest ship that sails the sea is still a prison for the likes of me, but give me wings like Noah's dove, I'd fly up harbor to the girl I love. It's one more day on the grey funnel line. There was a time my heart was free, like a floating spar on the open sea. But now that spar is washed ashore, it comes to rest at my real love's door. It's one more day on the grey funnel time I gaze behind the screw, I'd walk right down that silver lane and take my love in my arms again. It's one more day on the grey funnel line. Oh Lord, if dreams were only real, I'd have my hands on that wooden wheel, and with all my heart I'd turn around and tell the boys we're homeward bound. It's one more day on the grey funnel line. I'll pass the time like some machine until blue water turns to green. Then I'll dance on down that walk ashore and sail the grey funnel line no more, and sail the grey funnel line no more.
Wow, that was lovely, Paul. That was lovely. Really lovely. Yeah.
Told a lovely story about that he didn't used to write down his songs, he used to commit them to memory. And one day he was at Louis Killen's house in Plymouth, and Louis sang that song to him, including the verse with the spar floating to his door, and Cyril said, "Where'd you get that from?" And Louis said, "You wrote it." So after that he started writing them down.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah.
Right, oh, now stand to attention, boys.
Oh, yes.
We have got the smart people here now.
Dress uniform. Do you still do this one? Ow, 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 I can't do it. There, that one. Is that a salute or not?
It's not, the Scouts, it's not bloody Star Trek, Callum.
No. No, Nanu, there's that one as well. No, what's the salute? Ah, right, okay. I thought it was... Wow, no, never mind. Forget me.
Shut up and let him get on with it.
I'll mute myself, save you the trouble, John.
Thank you.
Okay, and another seafaring one. As I walked by the dockside one evening so fair, to view the salt water and take the salt air, I heard an old fisherman singing a song. Oh, take me away, boys, me time is not long. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. Now Fiddler's Green is a place I've heard tell, where fishermen go if they don't go to hell, where the sky is all clear and the dolphins do play, and the cold coast of Greenland is far, far away. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me, old shipmates, I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green, where the skies are all clear and there's never a gale, and the fish jump on board with one swish of their tail, where you lie at your leisure, there's no work to do, and the skipper's below making tea for the crew. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me old shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. When you get by on dock and the long trip is through, there's pubs and there's clubs and there's lassies there too, where the girls are all pretty and the beer is all free, and there's bottles of rum growing on every tree. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me old shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. Now I don't want a harp nor a halo, not me. Just give me a breeze and a good rolling sea. I'll play me old squeeze box as we sail along, with the wind in the rigging to sing me a song. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me old shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. Wrap me up in me oilskin and jumper, no more on the docks I'll be seen. Just tell me old shipmates I'm taking a trip, mates, and I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green. And I'll see you someday on Fiddler's Green.
Woo! You were in D major, lovely key. I thought it was going to be F sharp or something drastic like that.
You never know with us, really, where it's going to go.
We do fluctuate. We change a bit.
Right, well, thank you very much for coming in after your evening out. And you've had a few gins, I can see.
Are they wobbling?
One, but it's a bloody pint, isn't it, that? Pint of gin, Gov.
Gins in uniform don't count, John.
No.
Terry.
They don't get too woggled.
I'm drinking. Just to mention, I'm drinking Malbec on John Warburton and Alan Manouchia's behalf this evening.
Oh yeah.
Because they're sober October. But just think, the next Zoom session they'll be blotto.
I'm most gratified that you're drinking the Malbec for me.
A month is a long time.
So Alan will have that 180 quid to spend on his next.
Absolutely, you're dead right there, Paul. up in my style of.
Right, come on, Terry, squeeze one out.
Okay, here we go. This is a love song, though it doesn't sound like one. Are you leaving in the morning like you did before? I saw your suitcase standing by the door. What was it you wanted that you don't want anymore? You can't always tell. And where you headed for the station? One more time. Another train is waiting and its coaches in a line. Well, it's about to leave or maybe just arrived. But you can't always tell. You can't always tell. Well, my sweetheart, she wears my name, and it's a bold tattoo. Forever yours, it says, etched in blue. Easy vanity, or maybe it's true. You can't always tell. say that I'm a loser, that love is blind. You should have kept me closer, not so far behind. Well, it was all your fault, or maybe it was mine. But you can't always tell. Well, so go now if you're going. No long goodbyes. The wind outside is blowing and it's tearing down the sky. This isn't anything, it's just something in my eye. But you can't always tell. No, you can't always tell.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Very brilliant.
Terry.
That one on the list for duets, Terry, I think.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I enjoyed that very much. I was playing along here, and I know muted, but there we are.
I've made a note. That's a
Yeah,
definite.
I like it. I like it.
I think
Easy
that's one for
keys.
Jeff Durno to help him get better.
Oh, yeah. Bless him.
Right, well, you're going
We're
to
gonna-
wind up the night, aren't you, Alan?
Well, wind up the night. You usually say finish off the night. I'm better now. I've had this non-alcoholic cider earlier, and I don't think it agreed with me. I'm much better off with Malbec. So I have a song, and it's kind of a dedication. I'll be quick. Anyway, Paddy Maloney, the leader of the Chieftains, has passed away. A good age, but he had plenty more to give, and he's been instrumental, if that's not too difficult a pun for you, David, instrumental in getting the world to understand the beauty of Irish music. And he really has dedicated his whole life to it. So here's a song called Welcoming Paddy Home. And I just got a feeling that people like Pavarotti and John Wright and people are up, and George Harrison, all sorts of are up there, and they're actually welcoming Paddy home. And he's saying, boys, I think we could form a band. There's enough talent up here. We could get a band together. Anyway, there's a tune at the beginning. I won't keep it too long. And the song is called Welcoming Paddy Home. It's got a chorus. Hooray, me boys, hooray. No more do I wish for to roam, for the sun it will shine in the harvest time to welcome Paddy home. Even if the words weren't written, it's a Boys of the Loch song, and I don't know who wrote it, so anyway. True-born Irishman, I'll never deny what I am. I was born in the sweet Tipperary, boys, 3,000 miles away. Hooray, me boys, hooray. No more do I wish for to roam, for the sun it will shine in the harvest time to welcome Paddy home. Now the girls, they are young and they're frisky. They'll take you by the hand, saying, Paddy McCree, won't you come with me to welcome the Paddy home? Hooray, me boys, hooray. No more do I wish for to roam, for the sun it will shine in the harvest time to welcome Paddy home. Then along came the faraway stranger and settled all over our land. The horse and the cow, the goat and the sow fell into the stranger's hands. Hooray, hooray, me boys, hooray. No more do I wish for to roam, for the sun it will shine in the harvest time to welcome Paddy home. Now the Scotsman may boast of the thistle, the Welsh always stick a leek up your nose, but Paddy can boast of the Emerald Isle, where the dear little shamrock grows. Hooray, me boys, hooray. No more do I wish for to roam, for the sun it will shine in the harvest time to welcome Paddy last time. Hooray, me boys, hooray. No more do I wish for to roam, for the sun it will shine in the harvest time to welcome Paddy home.
We are.
Couple of old Carolyn tunes in there too.
You know, yes, you Beg More and all them, yeah.
Yeah, and Planksty Irwin.
Planksty, one of my favourites, Planksty Irwin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Next time out, we'll play together with the accordion and whistle.
Oh, they are. You see, they are.
The guitar goes as well.
Before we go any further, I'm going to press the little button to stop the recording. So, those who are watching on YouTube, good morning.